welcome to 4 Dimension Infotech. In the last video, we have seen that the modules for the Python programming language. Now today we are learning about the first module, that is the basic of the Python. Let's see what is Python. Python is high level, interpreted and object oriented programming language. It is high level language. This means Python is easy for the humans to read and write. You don't need to worry much about how the program works at the hardware level. Real life example, like think of Python like English instruction in a recipe book. You don't need to know how the oven works inside. You just follow the steps like bake for the 20 minutes. Python is interpreted language, means Python code is executed line by a program called as interpreter. Imagine you are giving instruction to someone step by step, like a dance. Teacher saying step forward, now spin, now clap, one instruction at a time. That's how the Python works. Python is object oriented, means it supports the OOP concept, which means you can create a classes and object to organize the code and reduce it. Imagine car is a class and you can define one general car like brand, color, speed, and then you create many objects like Honda, BMW, Swift, etc. So it is based on it. Python is created by the Guido van Rossum in the 1989 and was the first version was released in 1991. Guido wanted a language that was the fun to use, so he named it after the TV shows Monty Python Flying Circus, not the snake. It's not the snake. In Python, we know that there is a simple syntax for the coding. Python code looks like a plain English. It avoids the complex punctuations and uses the indentations, means spacing, to define the block of code. There are some features of Python. Python has a simple syntax, that is code rules, which is similar to the English, which makes it very beginners friendly. That is easy to learn and use. For example, learning Python is like a learning to ride bicycle with the training wheels. It is smooth and easy for the beginners. Second, free and open source. You don't have to pay anything to use Python. It's a open source, which means anyone can see, use and modify the code. For example, it's like using Google Map for free. You can use it, build new features on top of it, and even share it with others. Python is interpreted language, means the Python code runs line by line, not all at once like a some compiled language. On that, the real life example, like think of it like a chef reading a recipe one step at a time. Chop onions, then fry them, then add spices like this. Next, cross platform support. Python works on the Windows, Mac, Linux, and even mobile platforms without changing the code much. It means it is the platform independent language. It's like writing one letter in English and everyone across the world can read and understand it. It means there is a no translation is needed. Next, large standard library. Python comes with a big set of built-in tools and functions, so you don't need to write everything from the scratch. For example, it's like a buying a kitchen that already has a mixer, stove, oven, and utensils. You don't need to buy extra tools. Got it? Next one is it supports the OOPS concept. Like OOPS stands for the object oriented programming. Okay. So Python supports the classes and objects, helping you write clean, reusable, and organized code. Means you can create a car class and reuse it to make many cars with different colors or models, like creating multiple toys from one mold. So these are the some features of the Python. Python is very flexible language. You can use it many different fields. Here are some popular ones like Django Flags for the web development. Python can be used to build the websites and web applications using the frameworks like Django and Flask. Imagine when you order a food on Swiggy or Zomato, Python might be used in the backend to manage your data and orders. Next one is the data science and machine learning. We know that Python is the most popular programming language in data science and AI. There are some libraries like Pandas, NumPy, Sky. Nowadays, Netflix uses Python to analyze your watch history and suggest new movies through the machine learning. Next one, third one is the automation. Python can be used to automate the boring tasks like sending mails, renaming files, and scraping data from the websites. Imagine you can write a Python script that automatically downloads your favorite YouTube videos or organize your desktop files. Next one application is game development. Python can also be used to make the games using the libraries like Pygame. Simple games like tic-tac-toe, snakes, or even beginners level shooting games can be built using the Python. Last application is GUI application, that is Tkinter. You can create a desktop app with the buttons, menu, and forms using the Python Tkinter model. A simple calculator app or notepad software can be used with the help of the Tkinter. Hey, installations for that you have to download from this website, and after that install it. You can install VS Code, PyCharm, Spider, etc. as a IDE. It's depend on you which is comfortable for you. This is our the first program, how to write a Python code to print hello world. So here I have write print in bracket hello world. It is just very simple English language. That's why the Python feature heavy, easy to learn and use because it has the basic English language, and it can be saved the file as .py. Extension is .py file. In Python, there is no need of the semicolon, also the curly brackets. Next is indentation. What is indentation? It means leaving some space at the beginning of a line to show that the line is a part of a block of code. In Python, indentation is very important. It's not just for the making the code look neat, it decides how the code works. How much space is required? Python usually uses the four spaces or one tab key for the indentation. You must be consistent. Note that don't mix tabs and spaces. For example, here is given if 5 is greater than 2, after that here is colon is given, and here I write print true. Here print true is indented, so it is inside the if block. If you don't intended it correctly, Python will show an indentations error. Got it? For example, for the indentations in the real life, like imagine children standing in a line. If one step out of the line, they are no longer part of the group. If you don't use the indentations, it will throw the error, and error is like that. It expected an intended block, that is indentation error. Next part is comment. So there is a single line comment which is start with the hashtag symbol. Okay, so comments means if we use the comment, that part will not be executed. It is only used for the understanding. So we can use the comment for the read the code, or in if you or if we want any hint or any idea about this, so we can note that with the help of the comment symbol. Second one is there is also one another comment is multi-line comment. So multi-line comment can be written like that. Next one is variables. In Python, you don't need to tell the computer what kind of data a variable will store, like integer, string, etc. Python automatically understand the data type based on the value you assign. For example, I have given here the x equal to 10. So Python can understand the x having the integer data type. Here I have declared the name equals to Pratiksha. So Python can understand name in the form of the string data type. Imagine you have a container. You don't label it for putting this something inside it. When you put sugar, it's now a sugar container. If you put water, it becomes a water container. Similarly, in Python, you just assign a value and Python figure out what type it is. Next, IDEs for the Python. So, these are the popular Python IDEs. First, IDE default. It is comes installed with Python, and which is very basic and beginner friendly. Second one is the VS Code, that is Visual Studio Code. which is lightweight and powerful, which supports many languages, not just Python. It is helpful for the Java, it is helpful for the Python, as well as it will help for developing the web development projects also. It has extensions, then Git supports, etc. Next one is the PyCharm. It is a professional idea by the JetBrains and great for the larger Python projects. It has many features for the debugging, testing, and code management. So it is also best for the performing our code here. Next one is the Jupyter Notebook. It is used for the data science. Used mostly in data analysis, machine learning, and visualization. It allows mixing code, outputs, text, and charts in a one document. For example, a science lab notebook where you write a code and explanation side by side. So, Jupyter Notebook is used for the data science. So, this is all about the first module. In the upcoming next video, we will see about the second module. Until then, keep coding and keep learning.